All right, time to finish off the show with rap reactions. A lot of topics, a little bit of time. Take it away, Drink.
Let's roll, baby. Four-time All-Star forward Paul Millsap has signed a free agent deal with the Brooklyn Nets. What kind of impact do you see him having, Jay?
He'll have somewhat of an impact. I mean, you never can have too many all-star selections. Join your team. He's obviously at an advanced stage, 36. I mean, I look at him as a guy maybe playing 15, 20 minutes a game now. Still can step out and shoot a three. Still got a diversified offensive game, veteran rebound. But probably, there's a lot of old dudes. You talked about the Lakers, with the AARP club. It looked like the Nets maybe trying to catch up with them. More Nets news is Brooklyn has traded center DeAndre Jordan and 4 future second-round picks and more than $5 million to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Jahlil Okafor and a player to be named later because we just can't say the dude's name. Drink, what do you make of this move?
DeAndre Jordan must got the dirty photos. I talk about the dirty photo. Listen, I don't know how this dude, first of all, got signed to Brooklyn from the start. Got traded to Brooklyn, just sat on the bench, rode a gravy train. And now he's getting traded to the Pistons, which pretty much essentially traded him to the Lakers. Well, he's going to sign with the Lakers for $2.6 million for 1 year. So this guy's going to go in the offseason. He's going to go from the Nets, which people consider the favorite, and then to the Lakers, which people consider the favorite in the West. So you went from the overall favorite to the favorite in the West. And you ain't done nothing since you was a Clipper. I mean, that's man, he got the dirty pictures. Washington Nationals Vice President Bob Boone has resigned from the organization rather than comply with the COVID-19 vaccine mandate for all non-uniform employees. Your thoughts?
Well, it almost seems similar to, I believe it was Rick Spielman of the Minnesota Vikings. These older guys that have been around for a long time that, you're 73, you've been working in, in front office for likely years. You probably can afford to go ahead and stop working. But I'm gonna tell you, rest assured, there's plenty of other people that likely feel this way, but they just, don't have the financial standing to go ahead and okay, well, I just gonna have to go ahead and comply with the mandates and all the rest because I need a job, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I see that. The Seahawks have been busy lately with a trade for cornerback Sidney Jones from the Jaguars, and they've also traded Ahkello Witherspoon to the Steelers, and they've signed former Baylor basketball standout and national champion Mark Vital to their practice squad. Which of those moves was the most significant?
Did you say the Seahawks signed an offensive lineman?
No.
All right, I'm going with none of them then. The Memphis Grizzlies announced Wednesday that they will retire the jersey of Zach Randolph and Tony Allen during the upcoming season. Do you think their jersey should be retired?
Oh man, I think we're stretching it here, guys. This is a case of the Grizzlies ain't never retired a jersey. They haven't been around for a long time, and it's not like they sitting out here with the Lakers and they got a storied history. This is just somebody in the front office is just looking for a promotion or something and just saying oh man, let's retire some jerseys this year. And really, Tony Allen, the Tony Allen that probably ain't even averaged double digits for his career, I mean, maybe you can talk me into the Zach Randolph one, and obviously I think both of them had a profound impact in the grit and grind era for Memphis, but I think we're stretching it a little bit when we talk about retiring jerseys. Speaking of Memphis, the Grizzlies have traded forward Juancho Hernangomez to the Boston Celtics in exchange for guards Chris Dunn and Carson Edwards. You care to comment on who won that trade?
Who is Carson Edwards? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with
I don't know if you remember. That's the dude that played for Purdue and dropped 40 against Virginia, the one they won the national title. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh shoot! Clearly I don't. I gotta stay off the booze. I guess I gotta go with Herman Gomez. I mean, he the player that had done the most out of the three as far as NBA go. I mean, none of these three guys have just made this profound impact. Chris Dunn was supposed to be a guy, but he fell on the floor face first, and he ain't really done much since. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Herman Gomez. So yeah, Boston won this one, as far as I'm concerned. More baseball COVID news as the Chicago Cubs president of baseball operations Jed Hoyer and manager David Ross have both tested positive. They are quarantining and have been vaccinated. What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are a lot of people testing positive that are fully vaccinated. That's it. The only free agent in the NFL Network's top 100 has finally found a home. As veteran linebacker KJ Wright has signed a one-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. Big deal, little deal, no deal.
It's no deal. No, and no disrespect to KJ Wright, but you going to sign with the Las Vegas Raiders. That's why it's a no deal. Like, if you stay with Seattle or something, then I'll be like, hey, big deal, yeah. Because your talent is, first of all, just like Jay said, we didn't know how you was a free agent. That's first and foremost. Secondly, no, not only that, they didn't hit you with the Cam Newton treatment. They're just going to let you go get signed by anybody. So I'm going to say no deal because I just don't know what the Raiders got going on over there on the defense side of the ball. Coach quarterback Carson Wentz was activated from the COVID-19 list on Thursday and said he has not shut the door on getting the shot. He also described his thought process on the vaccine as fluent. What does that mean to you, Jay?
That's a nice way of saying he don't want to take it. He just don't want to admit it. That's what I see of all that. Tomorrow night, it's UFC Vegas 36, Brunson versus Till on ESPN and ESPN Plus at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. The main event is a middleweight fight between the number 5 ranked contender Derek Brunson and the number 7 ranked contender Darren Till. Drink, who you got?
I'm gonna take Brunson, man. Brunson been a solid killer out here, man. He was up there, then he kind of fell off. Then this is second win. He's been looking awesome lately. And Darren Till, for what it's worth, man, he's not. I'm not trying to say he's a scrub, rooted poot, or anything of that nature. I just wonder if Darren Till wants it anymore. Like, I kind of starting to think his head is not all the way in the UFC game as of late. So I'm gonna take Brunson. And I'm going to take Brunson by a unanimous decision.
All right, well, that concludes tonight's episode of Drink of Wisdom. As always, like, listen, share, subscribe. We appreciate it all. And we will see you next week in Season 3. I'm Jay Wise.
And I'm Nathan Drinker. And remember, make tomorrow better than today and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we going to do. Roll Tide, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Drink of Wisdom.